Coming in 3, 2, 1. The Harbor Place, at one point called the crown jewel of Baltimore City, and now in the year 2026, it sits as a sad relic of the past, just a shadow of its former glory. So I wanted to take a quick look and see what's left, and as well as just take a look at some of the history of this place, because it actually has a cool kind of backstory that I had no idea about. Come here so many times as a kid, countless times. 20, 30 years I've been coming here, and I hadn't been here since COVID, so coming back here now was pretty depressing, if I may be so bold. It's sad. I will say it's very sad. So this is the Light Street Pavilion. Let's see if there's anything left in here. Oh, it's so cold. Well, you used to be able to go up these stairs. Clearly, we cannot anymore. We have a rope blocking us. So, I mean, we could just whoop and go right up the stairs, but I just walked in here. I don't want to cause that much trouble when I just walked in. The Rouse Company announced Harbor Place in November 1978, and the project was estimated to cost around $20 million. Harbor Place had its grand opening celebration on July 2nd, 1980, as a center place of the revival of downtown Baltimore.
Good evening, everybody. Right now, Harbor Place is here, the shopping mall which is being hailed as the greatest thing since sliced bread. And judging from the crowd which jammed into the inner harbor today, that's the way they felt about it. Crowd estimates range up to 200,000 for the opening day's celebration of Harbor Place. Eyewitness News has been at Harbor Place all day. We're still there. During this program, we'll be showing you some of the shops and some of the people who have come there to shop in them. Buyers and sellers alike appear to be excited about opening.
Harbor Place was so successful and popular back in the day that it attracted nearly 18 million visitors more than Walt Disney World in its first few years. It also led to a Time magazine published with James Rouse on the cover with the phrase, "Cities are fun." Cities are fun. Cities are fun, James Rouse. Cities are fun. James Rouse, actually, I'm going to dive into a lot more of what James Rouse did, because he was the main architect behind Columbia, Maryland, which I've lived around that area or in that area like on and off for 20 plus years. So I really want to dive into the really kind of crazy history behind it. James Rouse, actually, I think he's the uncle of Edward Norton, the actor. He was the first Hulk. He did other things too. American History X. Probably shouldn't talk about that movie. No. The Pratt Street Pavilion was a retail and dining-based mall, with the Light Street Pavilion included a food court known as the Gallery. What's this back here? A little relic of the past. It doesn't work. Not sure if this establishment is still in business, but the disco lights are running. So maybe there's hope. What do we got on the menu over here? Oh, that's the trash. Oh. What's kind of interesting was I was just here the other day filming stuff for the power plant video, and I walked in this building and no one was here. Let's see, starting in the 1990s, the Rouse Company began shifting from local tenants to national tenants for financial reasons. You know, this. All right, we're making enough of this, so we need to broaden it. That's a mistake right there. As soon as you get the national tenants in, they're going to be pretty ruthless, and they're going to just pretty much just cut and run, essentially. The first national tenant was Hooters. Remember Hooters? That's still around. Is Hooters still a thing? I feel like it can't be still happening. That opened in 1990. Then the Cheesecake Factory followed in 1995. At one point, there's a Johnny Rockets. I don't think that's a Johnny Rockets anymore. So last time I was here, I mistakenly snuck into Johnny Rockets, not knowing that it was still a place of business. I thought it was just abandoned. And I think I poked around too much. We'll insert the footage right here. You can see all that on Patreon if you want. You can see me essentially trespassing. Maybe I shouldn't advertise that. You know what? We'll just cut that out. We'll cut that whole segment right out. I'm just shocked at how easily you could just walk right in here. Just go right in, make myself a malt. Like, people are just like, whatever, we just don't care anymore. Cool. If I remember correctly, this whole area was the gallery. This was like the food court, and it was a lot bigger. They had a lot of these walls that are up now. They're new and temporary. It was just a big open space. In the early 80s, it was all local stuff, right? I think Phillips Seafood, that was still local. They had a place here that eventually moved outside to a bigger place because Phillips got, pretty big. But, you had a lot more local shops, and you started getting, the national chains in. I'm pretty sure you definitely had the pizza place that's in every mall, an Annie Ann's, a Cinnabon, a Maggie Moo's, or a Cold Stone, whatever the mall food court stuff is. You had a lot of those things here. There's really no food court left anymore. This is kind of a corner little place, I think. Guess you can just kind of chill there. Not much left inside, but you can I think you can still kind of go up on the second level via the exterior stairs. Looks like there's a clothing store on the inside there. How do you get to it? Some type of giant space. It looks like it's been repurposed and reconverted, but then abandoned, because this used to be, I believe, one section of the food court. Again, I can see so much stuff in there. Just let me in. I want to get a closer look. Pretty sure this used to be a bubblegum shrimp. Does anyone remember that? All right, this is becoming a theme. All the doors are closed. This has been converted into a pizza place, I think. Not sure if they still exist either. Jeez. What happened in here? I want to know. Clearly it was bubblegum shrimp, then it became a pizza place, but now we got hay on the floor. What? Just looks like it's been used to store all kinds of things. Wow. Just a pack rat's heaven in there. It's just all kinds of junk. I'm a little confused at how this whole thing works, because we got a car parked right here. It's blocked in by a truck. What's the What's the rules for the former Bubba Gump Shrimp / pizza place / storage container with hay on the floor? What are we doing here? How does this work?
This is what visitors typically run into at Harbor Place.
These projects aren't risk-free. They don't happen magically. They happen with a lot of investment.
Speaking on the C4 and Brian Neiman show Monday morning, David Bramble said in addition to private funding, he has a $100 million commitment from the state and city. This video, posted by Harbor Place developer David Bramble, provides a walking tour of things to come. The estimated $1 billion project will have 5 new buildings, including 2 residential towers with 900 units. A significant portion of the site will become new public space, with an expanded waterfront promenade and a 50,000 square foot public rooftop park. There will be a planned 2,000-seat amphitheater.
One asks, why does it take so long? Well, because there's so much process, it takes forever. And of course, while you are waiting for that process, the only thing that happens is construction costs just go up and up and up and up.
On the outside of one of the pavilions, looks like they placed kind of an example of what it's going to be turned into. Somebody's doing a news report out here, just like me. We're brothers in arms on the news reporting front. So cool. You're seeing it in live time with the news. Right now, I'm the newsman reporting on the news. Look at this. All right, so now the Pratt Street Pavilion. What is left? Ugh. Okay. All right. Oh, it's kind of nice. So I have no idea what this is. What this little art installation is. Just a bunch of records on the wall. I don't know if there's stuff beyond these walls. These are all just kind of new temporary walls they put in. It's cool though. I'm glad they're doing something with this space. What's been super interesting about diving into some of this history of this place is going and watching the old news reports of it. So like there was one celebrating the 6th anniversary. It was showing off how great it was, how cool, everyone was so happy about it.
And developer Jim Rouse was declaring,
"There is nothing like it in America."
In fact, Mr. Rouse's Harbor Place has been an amazing success, and most of the 135 merchants here have reason to be happy. Harbor Place does more business per square foot than any shopping center in the United States, just under $600 for each of the 141,000 square feet. I talked with 3 merchants who've been here since opening day 6 years ago.
Gets better every year, really has. It's an outstanding place to be in business.
I'm very happy with my business, and things have been going great.
And then I stumbled upon another news report celebrating the 30th anniversary, and yeah, things got a little bit more, I would say, grim and pessimistic in those reports.
Not all is as bright as today's backdrop. Harbor Place owner General Growth Properties is hoping to emerge from bankruptcy protection later this month. Although a new clothing retailer is about to take over 2 levels of the Light Street Pavilion, the history of restaurants and retailers here is mixed. Many have come and gone.
So in the early 2000s and early 2010s, the original local tenants that occupied the pavilions since the grand opening in the 1980s began to close. So this is when it was just kind of whatever was left kind of filled the spaces, and it's usually just chains, lots of chains, and or just businesses that were only here like leased out for like, I don't know, like a year or 2. At one point, Ripley's, believe it or not, came in here, as well as H&M, They eventually left. The property changed hands multiple times throughout the 2000s. Chicago-based real estate company bought it in 2004. Then a New York real estate investment firm bought it in like 2012 or so, 2013. They promised, they pinky sweared us that they were going to do something with these spaces. They're going to revitalize it. They're going to do this. They're going to clean it up. Yeah, that never happened. They didn't do that. They lied. They went back on their pinky swear. But of course, the mass tenant exodus happened in the 2020s. Come on, man. Build-A-Bear, gone. Johnny Rockets, gone. There was a Five Guys back there. That's gone. That's like a kebab place right now. Yep. Closed. There's also a security guard arguing with somebody on their phone in the background. It's very distracting. Now the occupancy hovers around, I kid you not, 0%. Zero. Like a 0.01 or something. I don't know what the decimal is. COVID, of course, made matters way worse. It just got so bad. There's some of the stuff that used to be here. So a cool thing they did when designing the pavilions at the Harbor Place was they built these like bridge bypass things that went over Pratt Street and Light Street to make it easier for pedestrians to get in here. You come on in, get your shopping, get your food, then you go back to your hotel. The bridge was connected to the Renaissance Hotel, which also in that same building had this indoor mall. It was the gallery at the Harbor Place. It's a 5-story glass encased mall, closed in 2022. Dan Bell actually made a cool video about the final days of the mall. Go check it out right here. As you can tell, they have this barricaded off. They don't want you going over there, and they don't want people coming over there. So it's just, yeah, we're just going to rope that off. It's a pretty easy knot to get through, but you know. Sure. I think this used to be like a little Irish pub place. Finnegan's, right? So I think they pretty much barricaded off half of this section. So it's just a wall. This is one of the few still open places. Swedish Fish Candy Headquarters, located in It's Sugar. Nothing like seeing sweet candies next to a mural of Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, a door that opens finally. Good, how you doing? Oh, I don't want any candy. It's gross. I got too much candy at home. I don't need to bring any more home with me because I have a Hershey Park annual pass. I didn't really plan on coming down here to do like an in-depth historical review of this place. I just kind of stumbled upon it, right? I just started looking some things up a couple of minutes before driving down here because I just really wanted to go look at kind of the sad old abandoned pavilions, just kind of be like, what's going on there? But, you know, after doing a couple Google searches and looking up some things on YouTube, I just kind of fell down this rabbit hole of finding more and more fun information about a place that I've been coming to close to 30 years, on and off 30 years, right? Didn't really know much about it. Had no idea that James Rouse and his company built it. And just in general, I love learning about the history and the facts behind a place that I've been coming to for years. So sadly, these pavilions are scheduled to be torn down and redeveloped in the fall of 2026 after years of decline and neglect. So I think there's a bit of controversy. There's people that are for it. There's people that are against it. Yeah, I don't really know. But the residents, they voted yes for it, so there must be something there. There has to be something here that's kind of cool that we all enjoy. There's got to be something good that can come of this, as opposed to just letting these buildings just sit and rot and collect cobwebs and dirt and grime and just fall apart. You know, just tear it down and build something better and new. And then in a couple of decades, once people get tired of those places, we're going to tear them down and build something new here again. So it just, that's how it goes. That development, right? I don't know. That sounds right.